Philippines breaking news. I'm Pio Ontiveros. There's just been an earthquake felt in different parts of Metro Manila, according to several people. We're breaking away from regular programming for this breaking news. Again, an earthquake had just happened here, felt here in Metro Manila. We're trying to get as many details as possible. In the meantime, we have on the line already from FIVOLCS, Director Renato Solidum. Director Solidum, good afternoon. Can you tell us more, sir?
Good afternoon, Pia.
Yes. So, sir, this was not a major earthquake, right?
Yes, it's not. We had an initial estimate of magnitude 5.7. It can still go up, but the preliminary magnitude is 5.7. The earthquake occurred at 5:11. The epicenter is around 2 kilometers northeast of Castellanos in Zambales. And so far, reports of intensity were gathered. Intensity 5 in Malabon, Quezon City, San Felipe, Zambales, intensity 4 in Magalang, Pampanga, Marikina City, and Makati. And intensity 3 in the Batangas area.
Intensity 3, Batangas. Sir, so we are only talking about the central Luzon and Metro Manila and southern Luzon areas?
Yes.
So wala pong effect doon farther up north?
Well,
or farther down south?
It is most likely be felt in the Region 1 area.
Region 1,
But
Ilocos.
not so large.
Not so large.
It's in the Zambales area.
Okay, so possibly between 2 to 3 lang. Sir, so when you say this is not a major earthquake, however, of course, many people felt it. Also, can you describe to us, tama ba yung naramdaman namin? It was a sideways movement?
Sideways motion. Essentially, if you're relatively far from the epicenter, what you would feel would be the sideways motion. But if you're near the epicenter in Zambales, then the first motion will be vertical, and after a few seconds, horizontal. Sideways.
I see. Are there any reports, sir, of any damage in any of these areas that you've already mentioned?
Well, at the intensity of 5 there, we don't expect any damage. We still have to confirm if there are higher intensities near the Castellanos area.
I see. And we will find out if there are any higher intensities, like you said, in a matter of a few minutes, or it's going to take a few hours?
So it depends on how fast people from that area would be able to report.
I see. And, well, because, of course, everybody still not everybody, at least people from my generation, we remember what the 1990...
The 1990 earthquake, yes.
Yes, the 1990 earthquake. Of course, that was I'm sorry, sir, what was the intensity at that time?
Well, the magnitude was 7.8. The intensity in the epicenter was intensity 8. At intensity 8, you cannot stand anymore. Even if you try standing, will fall down.
Oh, and
in Manila, it was intensity 6.
Right. Yeah, we all. I remember that day. I was in Malacanang that day. But and the epicenter then during the July 1990 earthquake was?
It was in Rizal, Nueva Ecija.
Rizal, Nueva Ecija. And at that time, well, I guess people are just a little bit more aware, and I guess a little bit more, siguro a little bit paranoid. At the same time, I remember in the last 5 years, there's always been that warning coming from FIVOLCS and different government officials about what could happen in an earthquake or in the aftermath of an earthquake that could be stronger than this one. So, like you were saying,
essentially, and because many buildings are quite tall now, especially if the earthquake is a little bit far, then mid-rise to high-rise buildings will shake. So that's why this amplified in areas where you have medium-rise to high-rise buildings.
Okay, but like you said, sir, we do not expect any damage given that the highest intensity so far, like you said, initial estimate, it's only 5.7.
Well, we have to confirm if there will be intensities of 6 or greater in the Castellanos area, then there might be some damage. But so far, further out, in Metro Manila and Pampanga area, we don't see any damage expected.
Okay. And if it is 6 or more in the Castellanos, Zambales area, what kind of damage would we expect in terms of like the infrastructure that's there?
Some slight damage, some minor cracks. But at magnitude 5.7 to 6, we don't expect significant damage to occur.
All right, sir. So in other words, nothing really to worry about. Although there are aftershocks, hindi po ba, sir? Because after the initial
there can be aftershocks related to it.
Do we know, but at this moment, like 10 minutes after what?
Well, aftershocks can occur anytime. We don't know how far in between they would occur.
Okay. Anything else you can add, sir?
Well, so far that's it. Essentially, this is not in the Metro Manila area. This is in Zambales. But this would be felt within even 100 kilometers away from it. So that is what happened because we're in that distance, no, within 100 kilometers of the area.
Yeah. This has no effect on any other areas, sir, in the Zambales area? Wala naman
Effect
pong,
on...
wala naman pong, well, bukod sa, if intensity is greater than 5.7 na pwedeng may mangyari pang iba.
Yeah,
Wala
but
naman
this
po.
is definitely not a major earthquake.
All right.
Where
Okay.
we consider a magnitude 7 earthquake, it's not.
All right. Okay. So, sir, thank you very much for joining
okay.
us.
You're welcome.
Director Renato Solidum of the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology telling us that this was a minor earthquake. Again, we repeat, this was a minor earthquake that was felt here in Metro Manila. The initial estimate, and we emphasize initial estimate, is 5.7 and the epicenter in Zambales, 2 kilometers northeast of Castillejos, one of the towns in Zambales. And he also mentioned several intensities that were felt in different areas in Metro Manila, 5 in Malabon, Quezon City, some areas in Pampanga, Marikina, Makati, and 3 in Batangas. We asked him if that means this is just limited to the Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and Southern Luzon area. And he said, yes, for now, that is what we know. But he said, again, this is an initial estimate. PHIVOLCS will have a clearer estimate and a more final estimate for us in a matter of minutes, perhaps, or perhaps in an hour. He did say also that in the Zambales area, the movement that people there felt was vertical, up and down. Here in Metro Manila, what we felt, since we are farther away from the epicenter, was a sideways movement. So that is it for now. We're going to bring you the latest on this, again, as PHIVOLCS called it, a minor earthquake. Epicenter, initial estimate 5.7 in 2 kilometers northeast of Castillejos in Zambales. I'm Pia Ontiveros. Stay tuned to CNN Philippines. This is CNN Philippines Breaking News. I'm Pia Ontiveros. Breaking news still at this hour. A 5.7 magnitude earthquake jolts parts of Luzon, specifically Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and Southern Luzon, Region 4A. Initially, we spoke to Renato Solidum, Director of PHIVOLCS, Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, and he told us about 30 minutes ago that the initial assessment is that the earthquake's epicenter was 2 kilometers northeast of the town of Castillejos in Zambales. The earthquake sent people out into the streets here in Metro Manila. At least one university in the city of Manila suspended classes following the earthquake. We're going to be showing you different videos and pictures of that. Also, operations of the MRT along EDSA have been suspended. Officials are saying that they are going to first assess the status of the trains, the rails, and the structures. Netizens also taking to social media describing how strong the earthquake was and what's going on. Right now we're showing you, if I'm not mistaken, these are MMDA cameras out. All right, this is EDSA Guadalupe. You can see many people out in the streets. This is a familiar scene, in a manner of speaking, all over Metro Manila. We also have some pictures and some videos of people coming down from buildings in Bonifacio Global City in Taguig, several buildings also in Makati. Of course, these are safety precautions that authorities have taken, that officials in those buildings have taken to prevent any mishaps. We are told that we were told earlier by Renato Solidum of PHIVOLCS that this is a minor earthquake. Again, we repeat, this is a minor earthquake. The initial estimate is 5.7. The epicenter 2 kilometers northeast of Castillejos in Zambales. The town of Castillejos in Zambales. Lesser intensities in other areas, for example, in Malabon and Quezon City, parts of Pampanga, 5, Marikina, Makati, 3 in Batangas, which is in southern Luzon. We're also going to try and get some updates on what is happening in the SC Tex, one of the major highways that leads to and from Metro Manila, to and from the north of Metro Manila. We're also going to be speaking to someone from the MRT. We're going to be showing you all those videos and pictures. This is, like you can see, EDSA Mega Mall, quite a number of people out in the streets already. We're also going to be try and speak to Pampanga Governor Lilia Pineda, because there are initial reports about some electric posts down in that area. We're going to speak first to the MRT Operations Director, Michael Capati. Mr. Capati, thank you for joining us.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes. All right, sir. Can you give us an update? You've halted operations first just to make sure that everything is going to be safe, no?
Okay po. For MRT3, we are suspending our operations effective 5:50 in the afternoon. We will no longer resume operations for today to give way to our structure assessment tungkol dun sa impact ng earthquake kanina po.
Structure assessment.
Yes.
Okay,
Opo.
and how long will this take, sir? And when can we find out, what is the result of this assessment?
Well, we're doing it now, and initially we don't see any defects on our structure, but we have to get a thorough examination, and at the same time, it will take us quite a while to check whether there's a structure issue.
All right. Well, maybe that will also partly explain why there are quite a number. We're showing CCTV footage just in EDSA Guadalupe, and just 5 seconds ago we had another camera showing stranded passengers. Quite a number of people out in the streets. Of course, we are going to presume that some of them would have ridden the MRT, but since like you said, this is a precautionary stop or halt to the operations just to make sure that there is no structural damage to the MRT3. Like you said, no sir, MRT3 lang. Maybe that's why there are so many people out in the streets now trying to get a ride, and that's what we're showing right now on screen, on camera. So what else can you tell us?
Yeah, that's correct. We advise all our stations to unload people already, considering that we're suspending the operations to give way to our structural assessment.
All right.
So we will no longer resume any operations today, not until such time that we're able to finish all our assessment.
All right. So no more operations for MRT3 for the rest of the evening, April 22, Monday. This is, like you said, Mr. Kapati, in the aftermath of initially it's a 5.7 earthquake epicenter, Zambales, but of course felt in Metro Manila. Of course, sir, well, this will not be your responsibility anymore, but just to say that this is going to turn out to be some sort of a nightmare for people who are going to try and get a ride home. And I guess MMDA will step in at this point. We're going to try. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael Kapati. Sir.
Yes,
thank you,
yes,
for
ma'am.
MRT Operations
Thank
Director.
you.
But we're going to try and get the MMDA also on the air to tell us what the plans are to help people get home. Just a while ago, we were showing you live footage of EDSA, people stranded on EDSA right now trying to get a ride. Here, this is there are quite a number of people in front of EDSA Mega Mall, and just a while ago we showed you pictures, live pictures, EDSA Guadalupe, and there was another picture at the other side of EDSA. So this is the EDSA Guadalupe. There is another live camera, CCTV footage showing you on the other side of EDSA. So this is going to be something that we presume MNDA is going to be taking care of in just a bit. Of course, this is rush hour, people trying to get home, so there are more vehicles on the road and more people on the road, like we can see. Well, right now, we're going to have Pampanga Governor Lilia Pineda on the line. Just a while ago, I mentioned that there's something also going on in Pampanga. We're going to check with her. Governor Lilia Pineda, thank you for joining us, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Ano po nangyari? Yung mga electric posts po?
Mga natumba yung ating mga post ng kuryente at saka meron kaming namatay na isang matanda, isang bata na daganan ng pader. Kinukuha pa kasalukuyan yung matanda at saka yung bata na daganan ng pader. Pero palagay nung chief of police namin, mukhang wala na talaga. Tapos dito sa isang supermarket na maliit ng Porac, merong isang batang namatay din, tapos meron pa yata daw nakatrap sa loob ng supermarket. inaano pa namin, pinatakbo ko, pine-verify pa namin. Pero talagang sobra kalakas yung dito sa Pampanga dahil yung post ng kuryente, simento yun, pero halos sabay-sabay bumagsak.
Ma'am, do we have an idea? Ma'am, yung mga poste ng kuryente, ilan po yon and what towns in Pampanga?
Halos yung sa Lubao pa lang ang nakita namin kasi nandito ako sa Lubao, yung mga barangay namin, yung kanilang mga post ng kuryente nila na concrete. Bumagsak talaga, umiga talaga.
Okay. And then you said, ma'am, dalawa po yung casualties niyo, isang matanda at isang bata sa
Nadaganan ng pader.
pader. Saan po, ma'am? What town po? What barangay? And
Santa
what
Cruz,
town?
Lubao.
Santa Cruz, Lubao.
Barangay.
Tapos meron po kayong na-mention, ma'am, na supermarket sa Porac. There are people trapped inside. What
Meron
supermarket is this?
trap daw sa loob. Pinapupunta ko yung aking PDR remote tapos may namatay na daw na bata. Inaano pa namin kung saan sila na-trap.
Okay, ma'am. Ano po yung pangalan ng supermarket and what kind of a structure is this? Is this a one-story, two-story?
Sorry, hindi ko masyadong nakuha pa yung supermarket. Pero maliit lang siya. Bine-verify pa ngayon yung tao sa loob.
Okay.
Marami kasing mga dumarating na mga report. So, inaano pa namin.
Okay, so
Tinitingnan pa namin.
all right, but you can confirm, ma'am, that there is a supermarket or a grocery, a small grocery or a supermarket in the town of Porac in your province na that has collapsed.
At yung simbahan na yung matandang simbahan sa Porac na damage din. Yung isang wing na nasira bumagsak.
Okay, a church, ma'am, a church, no, in Porac. Oh, pero ma'am, yung supermarket po, we are saying na, ang sinasabi po ninyo, nag-collapse po ito. We're just trying to, this is news gathering on air, so we're just trying to clarify, did the building collapse?
Ng grocery sa Porac.
Kasi ang sabi po ninyo, may
Ano
na-trap po.
pangalan? Ha? Hindi tayo sure, hindi pa tayo sure. Alam na, Alikani, anong pangalan eh? Hindi pa sure ba? Ano? Chuton? Hindi pa sure. Chuton, supermarket.
I'm sorry, ma'am, what is the name of the supermarket?
Chuton, supermarket.
Sino na naglilinis ngayon dun sa
Shuson.
I-verify ko pero yun ang sinabi ng PDRRMO ko. Kasi pinatakbo ko na muna lahat doon para makita natin talaga, ma-verify ko. Pero yung confirm na patay na isang bata na. Tapos kaya dito sa Lubao, sa Barangay Santa Cruz, yung isang matanda, isang bata, napandaganan ng pader. At saka
Okay.
yung aking mga poste ng kuryente na concrete.
Okay. So, ma'am, you are saying that initial reports that you have received
Lahat.
is that there is a supermarket in Porac. We are not aware yet kung ito ba ay isang malaking supermarket o maliit na grocery.
Hindi siya malaki.
Hindi siya malaki.
Hindi siya ganun kalaki.
So, okay. So, kinaklarify niyo po lang kung ito po ay nag-collapse. Pero ang sinasabi po ninyo, yung initial reports is that there are people, we have no idea how many people are trapped in this building. Okay.
Pinapatakbo ko, pinapa-interview yung report nila. Kasi sa kano lang eh.
Alright.
Natapos
Pero
na.
okay naman po yung communications, ma'am. So meron pong cellphone at may landline doon sa Pampanga.
Pero,
I mean, that's why we're talking to you.
Pinatingnan ko naman, sinakbo na kung ano yung nangyari. Kasi yung ibang cellphone, busy lahat yung mga NDRRMO eh. Parang hinahanap nila, may mga tumatawag sa kanila kung ano yung damage, yung tatakbo.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can we ask when you do have those pictures and those videos, if you can send them to us? I'm sure our staff can get in touch with you again sa cell phone. Pwede naman pong padala sa Viber or sa any other way. So, ma'am, so for now, yun lang po, no? That is the initial reports you have. Wala na pong iba.
Iba-Viber ko sa inyo para meron kayong makita nyo ng yung mga damage namin.
Okay, so far we are talking of may 3 casualties na po sa Pampanga. Isang matanda, isang bata.
Yun ang report, yun ang unang report.
Yun ang muna report. Sige po,
Pero
ma'am.
busy lahat, nag-ano rin ng mga report. So hindi yan pa lang ang pwede kong dahil nandito ako sa Lubao. The other town, kasalukuyan nilang
Sige po, ma'am. Okay, Governor Pineda, thank you very much. We understand you are on top of the situation there in your home province. Governor Lidia Pineda of Pampanga confirming that there are, as far as the initial reports are, 3 casualties so far. One elderly person and one child in Santa Cruz in Lubao, and a child, she says, in Porac in Pampanga. They are still verifying reports of a supermarket or a grocery. Not very clear exactly what it is and how big or how small the structure is. Not clear again if it has collapsed or partially collapsed, but she says their initial reports is there are people trapped inside. We're going to clarify that. We are not saying that that is exactly what has happened. We are going to clarify that in just a bit. She's also confirming, Governor Pineda also confirming, that several concrete electric posts in Lubao, that is her hometown, in the province of Pampanga, are down. FIVOX is going to be holding a briefing anytime soon. We're going to have live pictures. We have those live pictures now. Let's listen in.
At niyanig yung malawak na area sa Luzon Island. At umabot hanggang intensity 5 ang pinakamalakas na ground shaking. Maraming places ang naka-experience nito, isang San Felipe, Zambales, Malolos, Obando, Bulacan. Umabot hanggang Metro Manila like Quezon City, Manila City, Valenzuela City, and then sa mga probinsya ng Malolos, Bulacan, and also Valenzuela City. Malakas din ang pagyanig sa may Bataan, especially dito sa bayan ng Abukay. And then intensity 4 sa Pasig City, Makati City, Caloocan City, Maykawayan, and San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Doon sa Pampanga naman, malakas ang shaking sa Florida Blanca, Villasis, Pangasinan, Tagaytay City, Baguio City, and Las Piñas City sa may Metro Manila, including Marikina City. Intensity 3 sa Las Marinas, Cavite, Lucban, Quezon, Muntinlupa City, Cabanatuan City, Palayan City, Gapan City, Santo Domingo, and Talaguera, Nueva Ecija. At yung mga bababang intensity, din sa mga malalayong lugar na sa Baler, Aurora, and then may mga intensity meter din tayong nakalagay sa iba't ibang places sa Luzon, at na-detect din nila yung intensity na binigay doon sa mga observation sites. So ang pinakamataas na intensity na na-measure sa mga intensity meter ng PIVOL ay intensity 5 sa Angeles City at Malolos, Bulacan. Intensity 4 sa Quezon City, San Juan City, Pasig City, Muntinlupa City, Cabanatuan, Tagaytay, and San Ildefonso, Bulacan. And then intensity 3 sa Mauban, Quezon, Batangas, Pampanga, and Olongapo City. Intensity 2 sa Lucena City, Dolores, Lucban, Quezon, Tagupan City, Dayat, Camarines Norte. So yun yung mga felt intensities na nag-gather natin since na mag-occur yung earthquake.
Duration na report na pinakamahaba, sir?
Ang duration na report na nakikita na nagre-range from 10 seconds to 30 seconds. 10 to 30.
Doon sa 5 yan, sir.
Siguro linawin ko lang yung unang report na 5.7, ito yung local intensity.
Local magnitude.
Local magnitude intensity. Ngayon, lumitaw na yung moment magnitude intensity at 6.1. Yung local, doon lang na-measure, ito ay ito na yung moment official. Global data na yon. Pangalawa, binanggit na ang origin ay tectonic, at ang ibig sabihin nun, yung mga plates sa Earth's crust na may mga biyak, malalaking biyak, nag-move, Okay. So, pangatlo, meron tayong tinatawag na instrumental intensities. Yung unang report na nakuha natin base sa mga instrumento, katulad nung sinabi kanina, mga magnitude intensity 4 sa San Juan, sa Pasig, sa Quezon City, at sa ano ba yung isa? Sa San Juan, Pasig, apat yung intensity 4 dito. San Juan, Pasig, Quezon City, Meron pa isa. Ano ba yung isa pang...
Dauphin City.
hindi, yung sa Maynila.
Metro Manila. Siya natatakpan mo.
Hindi. Muntinlupa. Yung apat na yon are
Muntinlupa.
instrumental intensities. Ano? Yun ay talagang galing sa mga sensors. Pero maraming pumapasok na observations, ano? Nire-report ng mga tao base naman doon sa kanilang paggamit ng intensity chart. No? Kaya meron ding tinatawag na observed intensities. So doon sa mga observed intensities na yun, nadagdagan pa yung listahan natin at in fact yung intensity 5 natin naramdaman lang sa Angeles City at Malolo City. Doon sa observed intensities nadagdag ang Valenzuela City for example at meron pang nadagdag na iba. No? Base yun sa observation. Itong nasa retrato naman pwede namin ibigay sa inyo.
Dati na bang gumalaw yung fault?
Yan ang hindi ko alam sa...
Ang fault hindi pa natin ma-ascertain.
Hindi pa ma-ascertain.
Sa ngayon, ang nearest yung iba fault. Pero it's possible mayroon ding local fault dyan ang hindi natin mamapakaan.
Possible iba fault?
Yun ang nearest fault doon sa pinag-arian ng
As of 5:53 p.m., meron ng 17 aftershocks, ano? At isa yung naramdaman. Saan nga yung naramdaman?
Doon malapit din sa epicenter.
Malapit sa epicenter.
Zambales.
Okay.
So again, sir, officially 6.1?
Ang intensity 5, pwede mong ma-elevate pa sa 6 yun kasi naka-receive na tayo na may konting damage na nakita. Like yung bell tower ng...
May report kami dito pero galing sa Philippine Information Agency. Yung mga nangyaring damages. For example, portion of the tower or dome of San Agustin Church in Lubao. Na-report din ito sa PIA ito galing. The 17th century, yun na nga yun, St. Agustin Church in Lubao. And there were others that are being reported dito sa Ungpin, Manila. Meron daw isang roof deck swimming pool na nag-overflow. Siguro umuga so merong nag-overflow. Yung mga casualties ay be-verify pa yun.
So far wala pa tayong na-receive sa...
At most of the reports on damages ay dinidiretso sa Office of Civil Defense.
So from intensity 5, pwedeng maging 6. Depende sa extent ng damage.
But the 6.1, sir, that is already the global data. International data na po yung sasabi.
Global stations ang ginamit sa pag-compute ng magnitude.
Pero yung intensity, sir, kailangan pa ma-receive yung data at observational.
Intensity.
Yes. Kailangan pa natin mag-gather ng additional information, especially yung damages, para makita natin kung aabot ba ng 6 or 7. Sa ngayon, very meager pa yung mga data na nakuha natin about damage. So, hindi pa conclusive yun.
Kung 6.1 yung magnitude, ilan po inaasahan pa natin aftershocks?
Pag ganitong range ng magnitude, it's possible na abot ng mga 100 dyan.
100.
Aftershocks.
Aftershocks. Nakaka-17 na tayo.
Ano po recommendations po sa mga nakatira sa mga matatas na dito? At yung mga weak structures?
Ano lang sila, observe nila yung mga precautions na binibigay ng tables, yung duct cover and all. Huwag pumunta sa malapit sa mga nagbe-break kagaya ng mga window glasses. I-secure yung mga bagay na unstable, i-strap nila yung mga cabinet na mabibigat.
I understand nag-advise sa pang T-box na walang tsunami alert, pero may mga areas pa especially sa Bataan na nagpapanik sa mga...
Hindi, pag ganitong size, walang capacity na mag-generate ng tsunami.
Again, ano pong advice?
Ang kagandahan naman kasi ay meron tayong ginagawa mga earthquake drills, If you will notice sa mga government agencies, nationally, so yung mga tao ay kita naman natin, Alam na nila yung gagawin nila sa pagkakataon na yun.
Sir, just to be clear, sa tsunami po, anong pa natin?
Pag mga magnitude 6, mababa yung probability na makagenerate siya. Nag-i-start ang tsunami mga 6.5 or magnitude 7 pataas.
So, para po sa mga nanonood, wala po kayo nasa?
Sa ngayon, wala. Hindi tayo nag-i-expect na magkaka-tsunami. Especially nasa land yung epicenter natin.
Part ba ito?
Wala sa dagat.
Part ba ito yung sinasabi ng Big
Malayo siya.
Hindi pa siya big.
Saka malayo siya sa Metro Manila.
Hindi pa siya matuturing na big or major, sir, because of
Moderate size lang.
average size lang.
Moderate size.
May natanggap na po bang report from the Castillos area? Kasi nandun sa nito yung epicenter.
So far, wala pa. Hindi pa.
We would expect na meron ng doon malaki. Kung meron na.
Usually, malaki damage malapit sa epicenter.
Meron,
Sa ngayon, wala pa tayong damage report galing doon. Pero I think may intensity report from Castillo.
Pero yung ganyan talaga, sir, pwede po bang makapag-damage na yung gusali?
Usually, pag nandun mismo yung sa ilalim ng built-up areas, marami kang mga buildings made of concrete. Pag ganitong intensity, nakaka-cause ng damage yan.
kaya mga nagpapadala na ng mga pictures na may crack sa sahig. No? Merong nagsabi na may nagsabi na doon sa Olonga po ay may mga nahulog at nabasag na mga paninda sa SM, yung mga ganun.
So, although this is just a moderate earthquake, sir, as you said, pag medyo mataas na yung structure, nakakause na sila damage. In-expectation.
Yung sa mga poorly built structures, pag ganitong range ng magnitude,
Ang matataas.
intensity 6, poorly built structure lang yung pwedeng
Kaya
makakita.
sabi ko, sir,
Poorly built.
Poorly built and hindi well-engineered na structures.
Yung mga matatandang building na, halimbawa yung mga antique na church, yung ba
Yung made of adobe blocks.
adobe blocks.
regardless of the height, sir, no? Basta poorly built.
Yung mga bell tower usually ng mga churches,
Yun ang may tendency.
Nakipag-coordinate ba ang MRT, LRT po sa K-Box? Kasi ngayon nag-redirect sila, tigil sila sa operation.
Wala pa.
so far wala
Wala
kaming
pang tawag.
na-receive na tawag sa kanila. Pero mayroon silang SOP na sinusunod. Pag ganun may mga highly felt na intensity earthquake.
And yung rather na sundin nila yung kanila SOP.
Kung ano yung SOP na nakamambot sa kanila, yun ang follow namin.
Pwede ba mangyari, sir, mas malakas yung aftershock dun sa mismo ng video? Lalo na yung naramdaman mo sa Quezon City.
Hindi natin pwedeng i-discount yun. It's a possibility.
Pero possibly may maramdaman pang mga aftershock dito sa Metro Manila at talagang mararamdaman kagaya na kanina.
Pwede.
Medyo mahirap sabihin kung
mararamdaman.
force shock ba to o ito na yung main shock. Ano? Isa sa malaking problem natin sa science ng earthquake yun. Hindi natin masabi
Kung bago na yun.
kung yun yung main shock na ba yun o force shock lang.
So ngayon kung papagabi, ano pong advice natin?
Maging vigilant lang lahat. I-secure yung places kung nasaan sila. Alisin yung mga pwedeng matumba o lumaksak.
Sa observational report po, ano yung nature ng kanyo? Pataas po ba yung nature earthquake kung patagilid? Ano po yung nakukuha nyo rin?
What do you mean patagilid?
Yung medyo bouncing ba yung earthquake o pasay? Kasi yung mga
Hindi, combination lagi yun. Kagaya kanina, dun sa desk ko, nakaupo ako. Una kong naramdaman, nagbabibrate up and down. Tapos later, nag-swing horizontally. Tapos naging slow motion, mabagal. Naramdaman ko mga 10 to 15 minutes. Nakaupo ako sa sofa.
Difference pag magnitude and intensity, ano yung difference?
Ha?
When you say magnitude and intensity of terminologies, ano yung difference?
Ang magnitude, yun yung measurement ng total energy na nirelease ng earthquake. Absolute value to, supposed to be kung well-calibrated ang instruments, lahat ng instrument pare-pareho makukuha. Yung intensity, nagbabari siya according to the distance from the source. Kung malapit ka, malakas mong mararamdaman. Pag malayo ka, nag-i-spread yung energy, pahinaan ng pahina habang lumalayo.
Yung nararamdaman.
Parang yung ilaw, intense yung light pag malapit ka, pero pag lumalayo ka, dumidilim. Di ba? Ganun yung analogy na.
So, sir, second na talaga Castillo Hospital Center kasi may mga ibang agencies na looking at around Bataan, Pampanga area.
Pwede siyang mag-iba-iba, no? Pero ang P-Bolts yung maraming stations na malapit. So tayo dapat yung masaccurate yung location natin. Yung ibang mga like NEIC, mga station sa labas ang ginagamit nila. Hindi nila nare-receive yung mga ibang data natin. Mas kompleto yung data natin.
Hindi man sana nanakot ako, Deputy, pero safe po ba na ngayon na matulog sa mga tataas na saan yun? Ganun may inaasahan mga aftershock?
Dito sa Metro Manila, wala naman sa atin yung source ng earthquake. Kung magka-aftershock man, hindi lalayo sa epicenter yun. Doon lang sa area na yun.
Pero doon sa mga sentro ng
Doon dapat mag-ingat sila. kung nakita na sila ng mga serious damage sa bahay, dapat huwag na silang dun sa bahay mag-stay muna. Nung sa Bohol, nung nangyari ng earthquake sa Bohol, nag-camp out yung mga tao. May mga tent silang itinayo dun sa campground. So, para mawala lang yung fear nila na baka may malakas pang dumating, mag-collapse total.
Yung epicenter ba ay nasa tubig o
Nasa lupa.
nasa lupa?
Pero ganito yung malapit sa epicenter.
Yeah, mag-worry lang yung malapit sa epicenter. Pag tayo, ang layo na natin sa Metro Manila. Ayun, hindi tayo.
Okay na? Okay.
Sige, sir.
Sige.
Sa sets of data mo din. Kung wala kang local state, attendance mo, makakalimutan mo.
Wala naman.
Pero kung pare-pareho ng data, binigay.
All right, that briefing from the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology. Now, earlier, just to do a little review, at 5:30 this afternoon, Renato Solidum, director of PHIVOLC, said at that moment the initial estimate was 5.7, but now PHIVOLC is saying it was a magnitude 6.1 earthquake that struck most of the island of Luzon here in the Philippines. The tremor that lasted 10 to 30 seconds was felt most especially in the central Luzon region, specifically Zambales, Pampanga, Bulacan, Bataan. Of course, the epicenter 2 kilometers northeast of the town of Castillejos in Zambales. Also, the earthquake felt in many different parts of Metro Manila, many different intensities, anywhere between 4 to 5 here in Metro Manila. Also down south, southern Luzon. That is the latest from PHIVOLC. They are saying now that it is a 6.1 earthquake that struck the central Luzon, Metro Manila, and southern Luzon areas of the island of Luzon. There also was a report from PHIVOLC that and this was something that confirmed what Governor Lila Pineda of Pampanga told us about 15 minutes ago. A portion of the bell tower of San Agustin Church in Lubao in Pampanga was damaged. This is what Governor Pineda, as we were saying, told us earlier. So speaking of Pampanga, Governor Pineda earlier telling us that there are 3 casualties, 1 elderly and 2 children in Pampanga. 2 of those casualties, the elderly and the child, in Santa Cruz in Lubao. There are also initial reports, but she is clarifying these reports about a supermarket or a grocery. It's not very clear how big or small the structure is in Porac, in Pampanga. Several people trapped there. It's not clear if this is a completely collapsed building or partially collapsed, or only a small portion of it is collapsed. We're going to be speaking hopefully very soon when we come back from the break to the mayor of the town of Castillejos in Zambales. That is 2 kilometers northeast of that is the epicenter of this magnitude 6.1 earthquake that happened past 5 this afternoon here in the island of Luzon. We're taking a short break, like we said. Please stay tuned to CNN Philippines. Welcome back to CNN Philippines Breaking News. This is Pio Ontiveros. PHIVOLC saying that the earthquake is now a magnitude 6.1 and not just 5.7 as earlier reported. Struck most of the island of Luzon, felt very strongly in central Luzon, Metro Manila, and southern Luzon. A while ago we were talking about the MRT-3, that operations have been temporarily halted. The official had said earlier that most probably it's going to last for the entire evening, given that they need to do a check on all the structures, the rails, the entire structure of MRT-3. We're going to speak now to the LRT2 officials. Hernan Cabrera, he is the spokesperson for the LRT2. Mr. Cabrera, good evening. Can you tell us, you're going to hold operations first as advised by the NDRMC?
Yeah, good evening. Good evening to our viewers. Yes,
Yes.
Pia, as advised by our technical personnel, we are now stopping and we are no longer resuming operations of LRT Line 2. I am referring to the line traveling from Santolan up to Recto, Manila.
LRT
So-
line to Santolan to Recto, no more operations.
Yes, tonight. And then tonight also we will be conducting a more thorough inspection and assessment of our structures to ensure that they are safe to be used and that can sustain the operation. So we will be operating again tomorrow morning at 4:30 in the morning.
Okay, so Mr. Cabrera, are you saying that when the earthquake struck, you immediately unloaded passengers from the trains, right?
Yes,
This is what
right,
MRT3
yes.
did, you know?
Yes, Pia. Right after the incident, we have an in-place procedure. We immediately stopped train operations,
Yes, yes.
and then we let them the trains travel as far as to the nearest station. We unloaded the passengers, and then we practically stopped operations, meaning we no longer allowed people to go inside our station.
And I suppose that as you unloaded passengers at the nearest station, that everything was orderly, people were following instructions at nag-unload naman safely.
Yes, but there's no untoward incident reported, and I believe everything went properly according to our procedures.
Yeah. In the meantime, Mr. Cabrera, just to because we're showing some video right now, netizens sending this in. We're told that this is a condominium building in Binondo in Manila. Not very clear. People are speculating and not very clear yet about what that water is coming from that building. Some people saying that this could be from a swimming pool. We're not very sure about that yet, but we're going to get more details in just a bit. A lot of people just sending this video in. In the meantime, Mr. Cabrera, so again, just to clarify, LRT2, the line that runs from Santolan to Recto, no more operations tonight. Shortly after the earthquake earlier today, you said that you unloaded passengers at the nearest stations, and you're doing a safety check on the entire structure.
Yes, Pia, tonight, and then we will resume operations 4:30 in the morning.
All right, for as long as you don't find anything, right? As
Yes,
long as there
yes.
is no damage.
Yes, yes,
Are you
yeah,
saying
that's
that
right.
kung may damage, or if there are any cracks whatsoever anywhere in the LRT2 structure, that there is that possibility that you may not resume operations tomorrow morning?
Yes, Pia, there's that possibility depending on the findings of our technical personnel.
All right. I know LRT1 is ibang entity yan dapat, pero meron ba kayong, Mr. Cabrera, meron ba kayong balita sa LRT1? Because what we're told, the report that got to us is that NDRMC had advised as preliminary guidance to both LRT1 and 2 to stop operations tonight. Would you know?
Yes, I don't want to preempt the official announcement of LRT Line 1. However, our personnel, our official who is in charge monitoring the operations of Line 1 has just informed me that they will also stop operations tonight, and then they will resume tomorrow morning.
And of course, this is not your responsibility, yung LRT2, pero syempre yung mga pasahero na in-unload nyo, syempre maghanap sila ng ibang sasakyan. So earlier po kasi, just to let you know, we were speaking to the MRT3 authorities, officials, and we were showing video of stranded passengers on EDSA. So ganun po siguro mangyayari, no? We may have a nightmare tonight, people struggling to get home. Because LRT 1, 2, and MRT 3 will not be able to operate.
Yes, we expect that to happen, Pia. And this is very unfortunate, kaya lang we have to really check our facilities and our systems to ensure the safety of everyone.
Yes, definitely safety first. Anyway, Mr. Hernando Cabrera of LRT2, maraming salamat po, sir. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Pia. Maraming salamat.
All right, let's go now to the town of Castillejos in Zambales. 2 kilometers northeast of that was the epicenter of today's earthquake, 6.1 magnitude earthquake. We're speaking to the mayor of that town, Jose Angelo Dominguez. Sir, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Can you tell us what's going on in your town, sir?
Yes, good evening. So far, ma'am, we are okay. And we're just awaiting for any reports of any damages or casualties. But awa po ng Diyos, okay naman po kami so far ngayon.
Okay, can you describe na lang po to us what kind of buildings, infrastructure bridges, roadways that you have in Castillejos?
Regarding naman doon sa mga structures, we have actually have bridges and roads, but then wala pa rin pong report na any damages regarding doon sa mga yon, and I'm still awaiting reports from my barangay captains whether may mga naging casualties or damages sa kanila. So far, we've been to hospitals and clinic dito. Umikot na yung aking fire at ang aking mga MDR team. So far, walang reported any casualties sa hospital which is earthquake-related.
Aha, okay. So walang dumarating na mga pasyente doon sa mga ospital, sa mga clinics ninyo sa Castillejos. And like you're saying,
Yes, out of 6 p.m.
As of 6 p.m. Okay, it's 6:41. Well, we're going to get back to you in just a bit, Mayor. But basically, because and also we need to ask you what it felt like in your area. What was the movement of the earth like? Was it an upwards, downwards movement?
It's a different experience talaga ngayon ko lang din naramdaman yon na merong malaking thud na tumunog, malakas na tumunog. Akala mo may helicopter na biglang dumating, parang sonic boom. And then after na makarinig ka ng tunog, parang may tumunog malakas. And then dahan-dahan nang lumakas yung thunder, parang tunog ng helicopter na dumadating. And then nag-shake na yung floor, yung earth. So yung lupa, talagang gumalaw na, wala na makapaglakad. Kasi kanina, nung dumilin doon, nasa daan ako mismo. I was in one barangay. So
you were in a vehicle, a moving vehicle?
No, I'm not in a moving vehicle. Actually, I'm walking.
You were walking,
in one of the barangay, yes.
Yeah, Mayor
so,
Dominguez, again,
ko talaga.
Oh, very interesting the way you described it. It sounded like a sonic boom. It sounded like a loud explosion from under the ground, right?
Something like that. I don't know saan nanggaling eh. Parang basta may tumunog na malakas. Sound like a thud, big malakas na tunog. And then after which, parang lumalakas na yung
parang yung sinasabi
niya.
nyo parang approaching helicopter,
parang
the blades of the yung LC, no? Yung umiikot. Okay.
Yes, tapos nag-shake na yung buong lupa. Hindi ka makalakad talaga. So sabi ko nga sa mga tao, yung mga yung drill natin, yung earthquake drill natin, yun na lang yung nasabi ko sa kanila. Yun.
Okay.
So
a sonic boom.
Again, na lang kami.
Yeah, sonic boom, and then it sounded like thunder, palakas ng palakas, parang tunog ng helicopter, yung the blades of the helicopter turning, and then that's when you realized that it was an earthquake. You said that you've never experienced anything like this.
No, not in my lifetime.
Not in your lifetime. Well, there was the 1990 earthquake.
Yung 1990 na experience ko rin, pero mas iba ito. Mas malakas-lakas yung naramdaman ko ngayon.
Okay. In 1990, you were in Castillejos also?
No, I'm studying sa Manila.
Sa Manila. Okay.
Yeah, oo.
Pero malakas din dito sa Manila.
Malakas sa Manila noon. Sa Metro Manila noong 1990, malakas.
Yes. We all remember that. Okay.
Yeah, yung grandstand ng school namin, yung mga
Ano pong school nyo? Where were you studying at that time, sir? In 1990?
I was going home. Nasa Ateneo ako noon that time.
Okay. All right. So sir, after that, what you said sounded like a sonic boom, and then the thunder, and then it sounded like an approaching helicopter, and then you called out to your people na earthquake drill.
Siguro mga 20 seconds na ganon, mga ganon, and then you cannot stand up kasi nag-sway pa rin yung lupa. Para kang nasa swing na nakatayo.
Yeah. Okay. Was there by any chance, minsan kasi minsan somebody's taking video of something else, biglang nahahagip yung, for lack of a better word, nahagip yung nangyaring earthquake. Meron po bang isa sa mga tao mo, anybody, any person there in Casillas?
Yes, I will try kasi biglaan.
Yes, biglaan. I understand. But what I'm saying is minsan...
Kahit na if you want to open yung phone mo at mag-video, mukhang hindi mo mabubuksan.
Unless na nagre-record ka na, tapos mahagip mo nga yung nangyari. Because...
Tanungin ko yung mga tao kung meron sila rito.
Very interesting lang. The way, very interesting and very graphic, no? The way you described it, the way you described how this earthquake happened. Is there anything else you can share with us, Mayor Dominguez?
So far yun lang naman, and siguro dasal na lang tayo. Baka hindi ko alam kung meron pang mga ganun incident or aftershock na tinatawag nila sa PhilVoc. So, yun lang.
Oo. Pero Mayor,
dasal
meron
lang.
po kayong naramdaman na aftershocks? Kasi kumbaga normal na yun.
So
After,
far, wala akong naramdaman eh. Hindi ko alam kasi
okay.
ang pakiramdam ko parang may vertigo na ako after that. Dapat
Oo,
naglalakad
oo.
ako sa daan eh.
Oo.
Hindi ko na alam. Pero parang pakiramdam namin nag-sway nga yung daan. So for 30 seconds to a minute, parang gumagalaw-galaw pa rin yung... Oo.
Mayor, sabi po
Yung-
ninyo, wala pa po kayong reports ng any casualties, any major damage. Yung napansin niyo po ba yung mga daan po ninyo? Meron po bang mga crack sa mga daan? Wala naman.
Ano na ako, umikot na ako, and may mga reports ako from my chief of police at saka fire chief. So far, wala naman kaming mga damages dito. Yun ang agad kong pinagawa sa kanila after nun. To check yung mga integrity ng mga buildings namin dito sa Castillejo.
Okay, so no cracks on the roads, no cracks in structures, no cracks in houses. Yeah.
Ang ano lang, kasi kanina nga, di ba, I was in one barangay, nandun
Yes.
ako. Habang nakausap ko yung mga tao, nahulog lang yung mga ibang gamit nila sa kanilang mga cabinet, sa kanilang mga ano. Pero wala. Yung aking munisipyo, awa ng Diyos, wala naman nabasag na salamin. Everything is okay naman so far. But I will be requesting yung municipal engineer to inspect it kasi medyo gabi na ngayon. So,
All right.
yun po.
Yes. Okay. So, Mayor Jose Angelo Dominguez of Castillejo's Town in Zambales. Sir, thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we're glad you are all safe so far. Like you said, no reports of casualties at the moment,
I hope,
and
yes,
of
I
any
hope at the
damage.
moment, sana wala.
Yeah, major. Sana nga wala. Maraming salamat po, Mayor Dominguez ng
You're
Castillejo's
welcome po,
Town in
ma'am.
Zambales.
You're
We were just speaking to Mayor Jose Angelo Dominguez. Very interesting the way he described the earthquake and their experience of the earthquake. Of course, Castillejo's is significant because this is the epicenter. Well, 2 kilometers northeast of Castillejos is the epicenter of the earthquake. Earlier at 5:30, around 5:30, ang sabi po ng PHIVOLCS, ang initial estimate nila ay 5.7. Ngayon po, about 20 minutes ago, dun sa briefing ng PHIVOLCS, sinabi na nila na 6.1. Now, we're going to... in a few minutes, we're going to replay that interview we had with Mayor Jose Angelo Dominguez of Castillejo's because it's very interesting the way he described it. But while we're waiting for that, I just want to repeat what he said. He said that the first thing they heard, and he was in one of the barangays, he was walking, and he said the first thing they heard was what sounded like a sonic boom. A sonic boom, a very, very loud sound, and then it sounded like thunder. They heard what they thought was thunder, and then they heard what they described as sounding like an approaching helicopter. So an approaching helicopter, yung habang papalapit, naririnig nyo yung ikot ng, is it called LEC, no? The blades of the helicopter. And that is how he was describing it. And he also was telling us that so far they're lucky. They have no reports of any casualties, no reports of any damage, major or minor otherwise, in the town of Castillejos. He said he had his people, including the chief of police, the fire chief, do an initial check of their roads and homes and buildings, including the municipal hall of the town, of their town, and so far there is no damage, no reports of any damage. He's hoping that that's going to remain the same. But again, like we said, we're going to replay that portion of the interview where he talks about what the earthquake not just felt like, but what it sounded like. A very, very graphic description. First time we've heard something like that of this latest earthquake. In the meantime, we're showing pictures. This is the Clark Airport. Yeah, Clark Airport from Twitter. Netizens sending in. Oh my goodness! Isn't this the newly reopened terminal? Oh my gosh. Kabago-bago. But anyway, well, we're showing those pictures now. A lot of netizens, and you know, that's the great thing about communication and technology. We're able to upload pictures so we can see exactly what has happened in various areas. For those of you who weren't born yet, back in 1990, in July 1990, when that big earthquake struck Luzon. At that time, we didn't have social media. There were no smartphones, so you didn't know what was going on in Baguio or in any other parts, even in Nueva Ecija, the extensive damage. But at least here, and thankfully, the damage isn't that great as far as we know at this moment, about an hour and a half after the earthquake. So far, based on what people have been uploading on social media, whether it's on Facebook, on Twitter, or Instagram, these pictures of the initial effects of the earthquake, what has happened, some of the damage. A while ago, we were showing you Clark, the Clark Airport. We're going to try and get the authorities of the Clark Airport to tell us exactly what kind of damage that is, and if this is, just to confirm, no, if this is the newly reopened or newly opened terminal building. It's a pity if that is, but we're going to get that clarification in just a bit. Like I was saying a while ago, we were speaking to the mayor of Castillejo's town. We're going to replay that portion of the interview where he describes what the earthquake sounded like and not just felt like. Also, we spoke to the LRT2 authorities. He is confirming, Hernando Cabrera, spokesman, is confirming that LRT2 here in Metro Manila, that is the line that runs from Santolan to Recto, will no longer operate tonight. They are doing safety checks on all the entire structure just to make sure that there is no damage whatsoever. If everything goes well in this safety check, they will reopen tomorrow morning. This is because they had been advised by the NDRRMC as preliminary guidance to shut down operations first. We also spoke to the MRT3 officials, and they were confirming earlier that similar to the LRT2 situation, they are no longer operating tonight. And as you saw earlier, and as we're showing, quite a number of people out in the streets trying to get a ride back. I was saying we're going to try and get and speak to the MMDA to see how they are dealing with the situation and handling the situation. But for those of you who are able to, who have their own vehicles and are able to go home, if you can perhaps form carpools or something, just so that people can go home tonight. It can be a nightmare. This is the first day of the working week. It can be a nightmare to be out in the streets looking for a ride. It's a good thing it isn't raining tonight. But it can be, like I was saying, a nightmare to try and get home tonight here in Metro Manila. You can see that in the video we're showing. These are CCTV cameras of MMDA, and this one is in Boni, here in Mandaluyong. In the meantime, we're going to get more updates from different areas. We're still trying to reach authorities of the SCTEX major highways and that lead to and from the north of Metro Manila and back to Metro Manila, so we can get an update on what's going on there. We've spoken to the governor of Pampanga. We've spoken to the mayor of Castillejo's town in Zambales, which 2 kilometers northeast of that is the epicenter of the earthquake. Okay, now we're going to go to the Clark International Airport. We're speaking to the president, Mr. Jaime Melo. Mr. Melo, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening to all.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
sir, just
yes,
a while
ma'am.
ago we were showing netizens' photographs of I am presuming, I hope you can see this, or maybe you've already seen it. I'm sure your people have shown you. Someone has uploaded pictures of Clark Airport. This is the terminal building. Exactly where is this, sir, and what has happened?
I was in the office when this happened, just beside the airport. And the airport has significant damage, and we have to close it for at least 24 hours. So wala po munang flight sa airport. We're processing the passengers who are here. So yun lang po muna inaatupag namin. All incoming and outgoing flights will have to be canceled for at least 24 hours.
Okay, so canceled flights for 24 hours, at least 24 hours.
At least 24 hours. Because there's significant damage. There might be injuries if we continue operation.
Yeah, well, sir, we're showing pictures. Have you seen these pictures that we are showing? They were uploaded on Twitter.
I'm in the terminal. I can't see it, pero I know of the damage in the terminal.
Okay. We just wanted
I'm
to
here.
Yes, sir. We
I
just
can
want.
see the damage also.
Yes, sir. We just wanted to verify po kung talagang ito yung sa Clark Airport. This is uploaded by a netizen, but we want to verify with you, sir. And if you can't tell us right
Unfortunately,
now.
I can't see it because wala pong monitors dito. I'm not in front of the TV.
Okay. Well,
So
maybe
it's
you're.
just my phone and you.
Okay, sir. Well, maybe your people will be reporting to you. So, and I'm sure some of your staff have shown you the pictures, and we just wanted to clarify exactly where is this in the terminal? Is this the newly reopened terminal?
Okay,
yeah.
I can get back to you with regards to that. I'll
Sige
just
po.
have to view it and then confirm where's the exact location.
Sige po. But anyway, well, thank you, sir, for letting us know. And of course, thank you for telling us. Like you said, at least 24 hours, wala munang flights
at least 20
to and from
kasi
Clark.
we really can't operate.
Right. And of course, because of the significant damage that the airport terminal building has
yes, ma'am.
sustained. So, Jaime Melo, sir, thank you very much for joining us. We
Okay.
won't bother you
We
any longer.
apologize to all the passengers also, pero we really have to do this.
Yes, sir. Well, of course, safety first, and we understand, sir. And we won't bother you any longer. Pero mamaya po, baka you can send us the information that we need.
Sige,
Maraming
just check on the pictures you're stating.
Yes, sir. All right. Okay. That is.
Babalikan ko po kayo.
Sige po. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Jaime Melo. He's the president of Clark International Airport. He's going to clarify, verify the exact location and the veracity of the photographs we're showing. These were uploaded by a netizen on social media, but he says he is confirming that the airport has sustained significant damage because of the earthquake, and that there will be no flights tonight. Well, actually, at the very least, until the next 24 hours, no flights to and from Clark Airport. They are simply processing passengers who are already there. They're handling the situation there. And that is according to Mr. Jaime Melo, who is president of Clark International Airport. We're taking a short break. Please stay tuned to CNN Philippines. Breaking news of this 6.1 earthquake that struck most of the island of Luzon. We'll be right back. Welcome back to CNN Philippines Breaking News. At this hour, 6.1 magnitude quake jolts parts of Luzon, specifically Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and Southern Luzon. PHIVOLCS is saying the quake's epicenter was Castillejos town in Zambales, west of Manila. Earlier, they were saying it was 2 kilometers northeast of Castillejos. The earthquake sent people out into the streets. At least one university in Manila has suspended classes following the quake. MRT operations have also been suspended. Let's clarify that MRT-3 operations have been suspended. So have operations of LRT-2 suspended. LRT-2 is the Santolan to Recto line. MRT-3 and LRT-2 officials saying that they need to first assess the status and the safety of the structures. Netizens also taking to social media describing how strong the tremor was, uploading all sorts of videos and photographs from many different parts of Metro Manila so that we can see what happened, what was happening during and after the aftermath of the earthquake. We're going now to do a little review, do a little replay of different interviews and the briefings that were held just a while ago. We're going to go first to the PHIVOLCS briefing that was held about 30 minutes ago. Let's listen in first. Is this a live or?
Around 5:11
Okay.
this afternoon, nagkaroon tayong moderate size earthquake at niyanig yung malawak na area sa Luzon Island. At umabot hanggang intensity 5 ang pinakamalakas na ground shaking. Maraming places ang naka-experience nito, isang San Felipe, Zambales, Malolos, Obando, Bulacan. Umabot hanggang Metro Manila like Quezon City, Manila City, Valenzuela City, and then sa mga probinsya ng Malolos, Bulacan, and also Valenzuela City. Malakas din ang pagyanig sa may Bataan, especially dito sa bayan ng Abukay. And then intensity 4 sa Pasig City, Makati City, Caloocan City, Maykawayan, and San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Doon sa Pampanga naman, malakas ang shaking sa Florida Blanca, Villasis, Pangasinan, Tagaytay City, Baguio City, and Las Piñas City sa may Metro Manila, including Marikina City. Intensity 3 sa Las Marinas, Cavite, Lucban, Quezon, Muntinlupa City, Cabanatuan City, Palayan City, Gapan City, Santo Domingo, and Talavera, Nueva Ecija. At yung mga bababang intensity, din sa mga malalayong lugar na sa Baler, Aurora, and then may mga intensity meter din tayong nakalagay sa iba't ibang places sa Luzon at na-detect din nila yung intensity na binigay doon sa mga observation sites. So ang pinakamataas na intensity na na-measure sa mga intensity meter ng Pibol kay intensity 5 sa Angeles City at Malolos, Bulacan. Intensity 4 sa Quezon City, San Juan City, Pasig City, Muntinlupa City, Cabanatuan, Tagaytay, and San Ildefonso, Bulacan. And then intensity 3 sa Mauban, Quezon, Batangas, Pampanga, and Olongapo City. Intensity 2 sa Lucena City, Dolores, Lucban, Quezon, Tagupan City, Dayat, Camarines Norte. So yun yung mga felt intensities na nag-gather natin since na mag-occur yung earthquake.
Yung duration na na-report na pinakamahaba sa
Ang duration na report na nakikita na nagre-range from 10 seconds to 30 seconds. 10 to 30.
doon sa 5 yan.
Yes.
Siguro linawin ko lang, yung unang report na 5.7, ito yung local intensity.
Ay, local magnitude.
Local magnitude intensity. Ngayon, lumitaw na yung moment magnitude intensity at 6.1.
Ang difference ng dalawa.
Yung local, doon lang na-measure. Ito ay, ito na yung moment. Global data na yon. Pangalawa, binanggit na ang origin ay tectonic at ang ibig sabihin nun, yung mga plates sa Earth's crust na may mga biyak, malalaking biyak, nag-move, Okay. So, pangatlo, meron tayong tinatawag na instrumental intensities. Yung unang report na nakuha natin base sa mga instrumento. Katulad nung sinabi kanina mga magnitude, intensity 4 sa San Juan, sa Pasig, sa Quezon City, at sa, ano ba yung isa? Sa San Juan, Pasig, apat yung intensity 4 dito. San Juan, Pasig, Quezon City, meron pa isa. Ano ba yung isa pang...
Gapan City.
Hindi, yung sa Maynila.
Metro Manila.
Hindi. Muntinlupa. Yung apat na yon are instrumental intensities. Yun ay talagang galing sa mga sensors. Pero maraming pumapasok na observations, nire-report ng mga tao, base naman doon sa kanilang paggamit ng intensity chart. Kaya meron ding tinatawag na observed intensities. So, dun sa mga observed intensities na yun, nadagdagan pa yung listahan natin. At in fact, yung intensity 5 natin na naramdaman lang sa Angeles City at Malolos City, dun sa observed intensities, nadagdag ang Valenzuela City, for example, at meron pang nadagdag na iba. Base yun sa observation. Itong nasa retrato naman pwede namin ibigay sa inyo.
So, dati na bang gumalaw yung fault?
Yan ang hindi ko alam sa...
Ang fault hindi pa natin ma-ascertain. Sa ngayon, ang nearest yung iba fault. Pero it's possible mayroon ding local fault dyan ang hindi natin mamapatan. Yun ang nearest fault doon sa pinag-arian.
As of 5:53 p.m., meron ng 17 aftershocks. At isa yung naramdaman. Saan nga yung naramdaman?
Doon malapit din sa epicenter.
Malapit sa epicenter. Okay.
So, then, sir, officially 6.1?
Ang intensity 5, pwede mong ma-elevate pa sa 6 yun kasi naka-receive na tayo na may konting damage na nakita. Like yung bell tower ng...
May report kami dito pero galing sa Philippine Information Agency. Yung mga nangyaring damages. For example, portion of the tower or dome of San Agustin Church in Lubao, na-report din ito. Sa PIA ito galing, the 17th century, yun na nga yun, St. Augustine Church in Lubao. And there were others that are being reported dito sa Ungpin, Manila. Meron daw isang roof deck swimming pool na nag-overflow. Siguro umuga, so merong nag-overflow.
Spill yung tubig.
Yung mga casualties ay be-verify pa yun.
So far, wala pa tayong na-receive sa...
At most of the reports on damages ay dinidiretso sa Office of Civil Defense.
So from intensity 5, pwedeng maging 6. Depende sa extent ng damage.
But the 6.1, sir, that is already the global data. International data na po yung sasama.
Global stations ang ginamit sa pag-compute ng magnitude.
Pero intensity, sir, kailangan pa ma-receive yung data at observational.
Intensity.
Yes. Kailangan pa natin mag-gather ng additional information, especially yung damages, para makita natin kung aabot ba ng 6 or 7. Sa ngayon, very meager pa yung mga data na nakuha natin about damage. So, hindi pa conclusive yun.
Kung 6.2 magnitude, ilan po inaasahan pa natin aftershocks?
Pag ganitong range ng magnitude, it's possible na abot ng mga 100 dyan.
100.
Aftershocks. Nakaka-17 na tayo.
Ano po recommendations po sa mga nakatira sa mga matataas na dito? At yung mga big structures?
Ano lang sila, observe nila yung mga precautions na binibigay ng PBOX, yung duct cover and all. Huwag pumunta sa malapit sa mga nagbe-break kagaya ng mga window glasses. I-secure yung mga bagay na unstable, i-strap nila yung mga cabinet na mabibigat.
I understand nag-advise sa pang PBOX na walang tsunami alert, pero may mga areas pa raw, especially sa Bataan na nagpapanik sa
Hindi, pag ganitong size, walang capacity na mag-generate ng tsunami.
Again, ano pong advice?
Ang kagandahan naman kasi ay meron tayong ginagawa mga earthquake drills. If you will notice sa mga government agencies, nationally, so yung mga tao ay kita naman natin, alam na nila yung gagawin nila sa pagkakataon na yun.
So again, just to be clear, sa tsunami po, anong pa natin?
Pag mga magnitude 6, mababa yung probability na makagenerate siya. Nag-i-start ang tsunami mga 6.5 o magnitude 7 pataas.
So para po sa mga nanonood, wala po kayo nasa?
Sa ngayon, wala. Hindi tayo nag-i-expect na magkaka-tsunami. Especially nasa land yung epicenter natin.
Part by ito na.
Wala sa dagat.
Part by ito na sinasabi ng big one.
Malayo siya.
Hindi pa siya big.
Saka malayo siya sa Metro Manila.
Hindi pa siya matutuloy na range or major, sir, because of
Moderate size lang.
average size lang, sir.
Moderate size lang.
May natanggap na po bang report from the fastidious area? Kasi nandun sa epicenter.
So far, wala pa. Hindi pa.
We would expect na meron ng doon malaki. Kung meron na.
Usually, malaki damage malapit sa epicenter. So, sa ngayon, wala pa tayong damage report galing doon. Pero I think may intensity report from Castillo.
Pero yung ganyan talaga, sir, pwede po bang mapag-damage na yung sa akin?
Usually, pag nandun mismo yung sa ilalim ng built-up areas, marami kang mga buildings made of concrete. Pag ganitong intensity, nakakakos ng damage yan.
May mga nagpapadala na mga pictures na may crack sa sahig. Merong nagsabi na doon sa Olonga po ay may mga nahulog at nabasag na mga paninda sa SM, yung mga ganun.
Although this is just a moderate earthquake, sir, as you said, pag medyo mataas na yung structure, nakakause na talaga damage in expectation.
Yung sa mga poorly built structures, pag ganitong range ng magnitude,
Ang matataas.
intensity 6, poorly built structure lang yung pwedeng
Ano sabi
makakita.
ko, sir?
Poorly built.
Poorly built and hindi well engineered na structures.
Yung mga matatandang building, halimbawa yung mga antique na church, yung ba
Yung made of adobe blocks.
adobe blocks.
Regardless of the height, sir, no? Basta poorly built.
Yung mga bell tower, usually ng mga churches,
Yun ang may tendency.
Nakipag-coordinate ba ang MRT LRT po sa PBOX? Kasi ngayon nag-redirect sila, tigil sila sa operation.
Wala pa.
So far, wala
Wala
kaming
pang tawag.
na-receive na tawag sa kanila. Pero mayroon silang SOP na sinusunod. Pag ganun yung mga highly felt na intensity earthquake.
All right, that was the FIVOX briefing earlier, about an hour ago, where we also spoke to Jaime Melo, president of Clark International Airport. He spoke about what he said was significant damage there.
I was in the office when this happened, just beside the airport, and the airport has significant damage, and we have to close it for at least 24 hours. So wala po munang flight sa airport. We're processing the passengers who are here. So yun lang po muna inaatupag namin. All incoming and outgoing flights will have to be canceled for at least 24 hours.
Okay, so canceled flights for 24 hours, at least 24 hours.
At least 24 hours. Because there's significant damage. There might be injuries if we continue operation.
Yeah, well, sir, we're showing pictures. Have you seen these pictures that we are showing? They were uploaded on Twitter.
I'm in the terminal. I can't see it, pero I know of the damage in the terminal.
Okay. We just wanted to...
Here,
yes, sir. We just
I can see the damage also.
Yes, sir. We just wanted to verify po kung talagang ito yung sa Clark Airport. This is uploaded by a netizen, but we want to verify with you, sir. And if you can't tell us right now...
Unfortunately, I can't see it because wala pong monitors dito. I'm not in front of the TV.
Okay. Well, maybe
so it's just my phone and you.
Okay, sir. Well, maybe your people will be reporting to you. So, and I'm sure some of your staff have shown you the pictures, and we just wanted to clarify exactly where is this in the terminal. Is this the newly reopened terminal?
Okay,
yeah.
I can get back to you with regards to that. I'll
Sige
just
po.
have to view it and then confirm where's the exact location.
Sige po. But anyway, well, thank you, sir, for letting us know. And of course, thank you for telling us. So, like you said, at least 24 hours, wala munang flights
at least 20
to and from
kasi
Clark.
we really can't operate.
Right. And of course, because of the significant damage that the airport terminal building has sustained. So, Jaime Melo, sir, thank you very much for joining us. We won't bother you any longer.
I apologize to all the passengers also, pero we really have to do this.
Right, we're going to do a little replay of that interview we had earlier with the mayor of Castillejos town in Zambales, Mayor Jose Angelo Dominguez. Castillejos, or at least earlier, it was 2 kilometers northeast of Castillejos. That is the epicenter of the 6.1 earthquake today.
It's a different experience talaga ngayon ko lang din naramdaman yon na merong malaking thud na tumunog, malakas na tumunog. Akala mo may helicopter na biglang dumating, parang sonic boom. And then after na magkarinig ka ng tunog, parang may tumunog malakas. And then dahan-dahan nang lumakas yung thunder, parang tunog ng helicopter na dumadating. And then nag-shake na yung floor, yung earth. So yung lupa, talagang gumalaw na, wala na makapaglakad. Kasi kanina, nung dumilindol, nasa daan ako mismo. I was in one barangay. So...
You were in a vehicle, a moving vehicle?
No, I'm not in a moving vehicle. Actually, I'm walking.
You were walking,
in one of the barangay, yes.
Yeah, Mayor Dominguez, again,
ko talaga.
Oh, very interesting the way you described it. It sounded like a sonic boom. It sounded like a loud explosion from under the ground, right?
Something like that. I don't know saan nanggaling eh. Parang basta may tumunog na malakas. Sound like a thud, big malakas na tunog. And then after which, parang lumalakas na yung
parang yung sinasabi
niya.
nyo, parang approaching helicopter,
parang
the blades of the yung LEC, no? Yung umiikot. Okay.
Yes, tapos nag-shake na yung buong lupa. Hindi ka makalakad talaga. So sabi ko nga sa mga tao, yung mga yung drill natin, yung earthquake drill natin, yun na lang yung nasabi ko sa kanila. Ayun.
Okay.
So
a sonic boom,
again, na lang kami.
Yeah, sonic boom, and then it sounded like thunder, palakas ng palakas, parang tunog ng helicopter, yung the blades of the helicopter turning, and then that's when you realized that it was an earthquake. You said that you've never experienced anything like this.
No, not in my lifetime.
Not in your lifetime. Well, there was the 1990 earthquake.
Yung 1990 na experience ko rin, pero mas iba ito. Mas malakas-lakas yung naramdaman ko ngayon.
Mayor, meron po kayong naramdaman na aftershocks? Kasi kumbaga normal na yun.
Wala akong naramdaman eh. Hindi ko alam kasi ang pakiramdam ko parang may vertigo na ako after that. Dapat naglalakad ako sa daan eh. Hindi ko na alam. Pero parang pakiramdam namin nag-sway nga yung daan. So for 30 seconds to a minute, parang gumagalaw-galaw pa rin yung... Oo.
Mayor, sabi po
Yung-
ninyo, wala pa po kayong reports ng any casualties, any major damage. Yung napansin niyo po ba yung mga daan po ninyo? Meron po bang mga crack sa mga daan? Wala naman.
Ano na ako, umikot na ako and may mga reports ako from my chief of police at saka fire chief. So far, wala naman kaming mga damages dito. Yun ang agad kong pinagawa sa kanila after nun. To check yung mga integrity ng mga buildings namin dito sa Castillejo.
Okay, so no cracks on the roads, no cracks in structures, no cracks in houses. Yeah.
Ang ano lang, kasi kanina nga, di ba, I was in one barangay, nandun
Yes.
ako. Habang nakausap ko yung mga tao, nahulog lang yung mga ibang gamit nila sa kanilang mga cabinet, sa kanilang mga ano. Pero wala. Yung aking munisipyo, awa ng Diyos, wala naman nabasag na salamin. Everything is okay naman so far. But I will be requesting yung municipal engineer to inspect it kasi medyo gabi na ngayon.
All right, that was Mayor Jose Angelo Dominguez of the town of Castilleos in Zambales. Castilleos, of course, the epicenter of today's 6.1 magnitude earthquake that affected many parts of Luzon. Different magnitudes were felt in Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and Southern Luzon. We're going to have more for you when we come back. We're taking a short break. Please stay tuned to CNN Philippines Breaking News. This is CNN Philippines Breaking News. I'm Pia Ontiveros. 6.1 magnitude earthquake that struck most parts of Luzon, specifically Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and the southern Tagalog regions. We were speaking to the mayor of the town of Castilleos in Zambales. That is the epicenter. Earlier, FIVOC said it was 2 kilometers northeast of Castilleos in Zambales, and the mayor, Jose Angelo Dominguez, was describing what the earthquake sounded like. He had said that it sounded first like there was a sonic boom. He heard a very, very loud explosion that sounded like a sonic boom. Those were his exact words. And then he said they thought they were hearing thunder, and they thought they were hearing an approaching helicopter, and that's when he realized that that was an earthquake. At the same time, the Mayor Dominguez of Castilleos saying that thankfully at the time, 30 to 45 minutes ago, still no reports of any major damage, major or minor damage in his town, no cracks on the roads or in any of the buildings in Castillejos. We also spoke to the president of Clark International Airport, Jaime Melo. He's saying that for the next 24 hours at the very least, no operations, no flights to and from Clark. They are processing passengers who are already there, but the airport, he says, has sustained significant damage. These are pictures we're showing you that were taken from social media, from Twitter specifically, netizens uploading these photographs, but Mr. Melo himself saying that he needs to check these specific areas in the Clark Airport. Well, speaking of airports, Ninoy Aquino International Airport, NAIA GM Ed Monreal saying that so far flights to and from NAIA are still a go, not affected at all, he says, by the airport, and he says no cracks on the runway. We also spoke earlier to the governor of Pampanga province that she was saying that there are at least 3 casualties, 2 of them in Santa Cruz, in Lubao, and 1 in Porac in Pampanga. She also spoke about either a supermarket or a grocery building that partially or completely, not clear yet, collapsed there. And she's saying people are trapped there, but those are initial reports. We're showing you pictures now of taken from Facebook. This is the Arco of the province of Pampanga. Huge portions of it, concrete portions of it, on the road itself, and that has blocked that roadway. We're also trying to get some information as to how things are going in the SETEX, NLEX, and TPLEX roadways. These are very critical arteries to and from Metro Manila. Of course, FIVOC saying this is a 6.1 magnitude earthquake, and we've been showing you pictures. We've been receiving a lot of videos and photographs of different damages, what has happened, how people have been evacuating from buildings from different areas all over Metro Manila, Makati, in Taguig, BGC, Bonifacio Global City in Taguig. In the meantime, we are also told We're also told that the LRT2 and MRT3 lines are going to be non-operational for this evening, and that, of course, is going to be leading or has already led to quite a bit of a nightmare. People are going to struggle to get home tonight. So we're going to be speaking to MMDA Celine Violago right now. She's on the phone. Celine, good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes, well, can you tell us how MMDA is handling the situation now that MRT3 and LRT2 are non-operational, and we're getting initial reports about LRT1 also?
Yes, ma'am. Now the tail end of the northbound traffic is in Magallanes, while the tail end of southbound traffic is in Santolan. It's in heavy situation because some of the commuters were affected by the temporary shutdown of MRT.
Yes.
So we have provided libreng sakay, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm just confirming how many vans and trucks were deployed. But during situations like this, we always tap other agencies for military trucks that could assist our commuters as well. So, ma'am, basically, our major thoroughfares are in heavy situation. Also, ma'am, not because of the earthquake, but because some of our commuters from the provinces are now going back in Metro Manila, plus our coding is lifted. It adds up also, ma'am. Some of our kababayans went out of the building, plan to go home earlier, and the shutdown of the MRT.
Yes,
so some of the commuters are occupying at least one lane.
Oo.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
So siguro, Ms. Pialago, it might be a good idea. Earlier I was saying that perhaps there are people who are listening, those who are on their way home, they have a vehicle, there's only one or two of them in the vehicle, then they can take other people home too, lalo na yung mga those who cannot get a ride, no? Kasi mahirapan din naman na maghanap sila ng libreng sakay, di ba? So pwede namang
Yes,
carpool kumbaga, no?
Magpalipas,
Offer a
ma'am.
ride.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
If kaya ho na magstay muna in some other areas, palipas na ho muna ng gabi because the traffic situation is really heavy. Priority ho natin ngayon, ma'am, yung mga commuters natin. We have to deploy more military trucks to assist them.
Yes, unless those who have private vehicles and can take in more passengers, along the way, they can bring home people,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Pwede rin naman ganon. All right.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
at least, that's good to know MMDA on its toes when it came to this situation. Like you said, may libreng sakay. So these are all hopefully going to fix the situation kahit papaano.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're hoping that we will be on standby until lahat po ng mga pasahero will be home safely.
All right. Okay. And like you said, number coding Metro Manila, license plates ending with 1 and 2, that's lifted for the rest of the evening.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Celine Pialago, spokesperson for the Metro Manila Development Authority. They have libreng sakay rides offered for commuters, especially those who've been unloaded from the MRT3, LRT2, and LRT1 lines. Celine Pialago also confirming that anong tawag doon, yung 1 and 2, yung license plates coding has been lifted for the rest of the evening, April 22, Monday. This is, of course, the aftermath of a 6.1 magnitude earthquake. Of course, the epicenter in Castillejos, in Zambales, that's in Central Luzon, but that earthquake was felt not just in Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and some provinces in southern Luzon as well. In the meantime, this has been CNN Philippines Breaking News. Stay tuned for more on the aftermath of this magnitude 6.1 earthquake. I'm Pia Ontiveros.